We talk complex stuff. I'm just seeing if the stream is working this time. I've got no error messages, so we must be live. There we are. I must remember to output it in some sort of resolution that YouTube can take, rather than the resolution that comes out the webcam. Hello and welcome again. Date's up there. My name's there. Been a weird day. Day 10. Lita's gone back now after isolating here with me. It's been nice having her around. It's been like normal. It's been a record for me. 10 days constantly with someone without having a break or going to work or going out. I've not had that. I'm trying to think. Mary and I had 2 7-day holidays, which is probably the longest we've spent continuously together. Dawn probably wasn't that long, maybe 3 or 4 days. I don't think we really had a holiday together. I mean, I sort of lived at Janet's for 5 days continuously, or whatever her name is now, Mahala. But I was going to work during that time. It wasn't a continuous 24/7 like it was here. So that's pretty good for me, that I've stayed with someone, or someone stayed with me, long enough that they haven't tried to kill me, which is a good thing. Even though I've been thinking about death quite a lot. Someone's made contact from my estate via one of the neighbourhood apps. Offered to assist me with the rubbish because they live here. I wonder if I actually know him. I met quite a lot of the estate last Christmas when I was dressed up as Santa. Even that got ballsed up, but go and have a look at a previous video. I had a rant about that a long time ago. Not a lot happened today. I got out of bed very late, so I keep checking over here to see if I've got any video yet. Let me reduce the video down and see if I can... No, I can't get any video. Anyway, I'm sure there's a way of doing it. Probably setting another laptop up on another network or something, or doing it via my phone. Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I follow what Big Clive does. He has one on the 4G network and one on his Wi-Fi network, so he can monitor the stream that he's creating. Always handy when you can see the pictures that are being received. I'm gonna try, and you see this black space over here, see if I can put something in it that you can click on when it's on a TV. I don't know. That's why I'm leaving a black space there. I'm going to play about with this stream and see if there's anything I can put, like end cards or something like that, that come or appear on YouTube on smart TVs. Because that would be more beneficial than having black space. There's only black space because I'm using the webcam built into the laptop, because it's simple. Once I've got it set up properly, that is. So I might have a go at that tomorrow. Only got a couple of days, and then Lita's back here on Saturday. I don't know. The kids are quiet. Merlin's moving around okay. I think Hold on, I just want to check something. Sorry about that. Yeah, Merlin's asleep in the bedroom on the ottoman by the radiator. Even though I've turned the radiators off now. It did get really warm today. Oh, excuse me. Because I was trying to dry out a duvet that Tabs had messed on this morning. So I washed that, hung that up to dry. It's virtually dry. It'll dry out with my own body heat later, probably. It feels like I'm having a panic attack again. But it's felt like that most of the day. I can feel my heart racing. And my breathing is heavy as well. I should really do my life story. I did start writing it a few months back. I need to sit down and expand it. I need to find out where I saved the thing to first. It's on the laptop somewhere. Oh, I do. That was my coffee brewing, so that's all ready. Decaf, by the way, before people start saying, oh, you shouldn't be drinking coffee at bedtime. I've generally drunk decaf after 6 o'clock and it still doesn't make any difference. I've been drinking tea more. Yawning. I've been sleeping half the day again without Lita here to concentrate, to talk to. It's just, it'll be better for me mentally to be in a prison. At least I'd be sharing a room with someone, even if I didn't like them. As it is, I'm sharing my flat now with 3 cats. 2 of them have taken over the sofa. I'd show you if I had a way of doing it. I do. Let me have a look. Hold on. If I plug that in, not that one. Hold on, there might be. Yeah. There is, but it's not exactly. Right, let me have a look. Take the other cam off. That's not the way you do it, Gibbons. Yeah, I know what you do. Oh, maybe I need to do it that way and rotate around. Hold on, hold on. No, that's not going to do it. Oh, that might do it. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Right, if we do that, there we go, and there's the two boys. You've got Caspi on the right, and Tab's just walking over to him to sit next to him. There you go. Washing each other. See, you don't get that on live TV, do you? No. I can't zoom in though. Can I? No. Oh, that's better. The resolution's clearer now. But, like I say, that was then, and this is now. I'll click that up there, because it's all set up for mobile use now. So, I'll click that there. Thank you very much, people. Let's have a little drink. Right, I know it's over 10 minutes, it's 13 minutes now. But it's been a long time since I've done a live stream. And you know, after all this time, there isn't much to update you on. I had a chat with Gina yesterday. She's suddenly realised that once you get a mental health caseworker, everyone wants to lumber her with everything. I don't know why people can't do their own jobs and let her do hers, but she's been tasked by my GP, housing, social services, assistance for Asperger's, all sorts of bloody things have landed on her lap because of me. So sheltered housing, I think, would be the way forward. However, as Gina said, the requirements are going to be quite strict. So I don't have to keep moving every 2 years. It needs to be a quiet area. It needs to have its own front door. It needs to not be in a block, so I can at least secure my own place. Because in a block, you're forced to take what the majority in your block does. There's no sort of like, it doesn't matter who's managing the block. No one really manages the block. They just let you get on with it, apparently. That's what goes on. Hello, Caspi. You here, son? Babe? Caspi's down here somewhere. Sorry. Oh, it's you, Merlin. Oh, Caspi's on the thing. Hello, baby. Go and have some... Bear with me, Merlin's here. Have some fish, Merlin. Yeah, Boke bought some sardines for him earlier. Because he's got joint problems and that, I know the fish oil is good for him. But by the time... I had it delivered, Merlin was up and around and walking around quite nicely. So I think the problem with Merlin is the exercise when he's playing. I like making him sort of like stand up on his back legs, and because he had an injury to it a few years ago, which Mary sorted out for me, yeah, it's still a little stiff. He's walking around all right with his little happy towel on, and that cat owners will know what I mean. Every cat's got its own little happy towel. So he's not in pain. But he's just got stiff legs where he fell out of my bedroom window once. and I think he never really recovered from it. It's just if he exerts himself, then it flares up, and that's exactly what happened for the last few days. So I'm leaving them without playing with them for a while, just so Merlin can get some rest. Because if I play with the other two, Merlin just looks at me and says, I want to play. And it's not fair on Merlin, because I know I now know it's going to hurt him. Oh, I think there was a viewer for 12 seconds. Wow, thank you, viewer. Sorry you've gone. Sorry, I keep touching this variable light. Let me just... Is that washed out? Change the colour to that, and that will add a lot more contrast. There we go. It bounces off the wall better, that colour. What else? I've discovered that when Caspi massages me, then you get pinholes in your top where his claws go. He loves sitting under my feet when I'm on this desk doing anything on the laptop, and I can't stand that because I end up either kicking him or standing on his tail. It's not like I don't like him around me. I do like him around me. I just don't want to hurt the poor kid. I've tucked all the cables up and out the way, but he still manages to find a cable we can chew or something. Oh, look at this. Hold on, let me see if I can... Can I do this? Ding. I'm just going to put the boys back in. Yeah. I'll flip that. And that's what I see. Right, hold on. Bang. There we are. So on the left is Merlin. I think I've got that all a bit doolally, haven't I? Yeah, let's hold it a bit more straight. So you've got Merlin, Caspi on the sofa, and Tab's over on the right washing himself at the moment. Merlin is the one. I mean, he's 13 or 14 now. Not really sure when he was born. Merlin's the one with the bad back legs. It's either side. It's one moment it's one side, the next moment it's the other. So it's his hips more than anything else. I've felt down there, and there's no lumps or anything. So it doesn't feel like it's a tumour. There's no hardness, and he's not in pain when I touch around there. Oh, hold on. Here comes Merlin. What's Merlin doing? Having a little scratch. There he is. My little Merlin. He's not in pain or anything. So I should have medicine coming for him tomorrow. It's only like a supplement to his diet for joint pain and swelling and that. I can't get the stuff he used to have because that's prescription only, and you try getting a prescription from a vet when you can't get out of the place. So I've got what's been suggested on the internet and what's had good reviews on Amazon. I'm going to turn that camera off because there's nothing going on there. He's having a little bit of food, so that should be alright. The trick I've got is I've got to basically starve Merlin so that he will eat whatever food I give him. So I can put the medicine on, because you're supposed to break these capsules open and put it on the food and mix it in with the food. But Merlin's not stupid. He knows when I'm trying to give him medicine. He's even eaten, when I've just given him pills, he's even eaten around the pill and left the little bit of food underneath the pill and eaten around it. And I've tried breaking it up, and then he leaves the little lumps where the broken up pieces are. He's not stupid, he's Merlin. No cats are really. They are intelligent animals at the end of the day. They have got their own little personality, these three. Merlin I would do anything for. The other two I would as well, really. But Merlin's been through thick and thin with me over a good 10, 11 years. Especially more so over the last 4 years when he's been permanently with me. I've done my best for him to keep him safe and dry and warm and well fed. But I think it's coming back to bite me now, because I cut him down from 3 meals to 2 meals a day about 1.5 years ago. And I think I need to cut that down to 2 small meals a day. Because not only Merlin, but Caspi is overweight. So I think I'm going to have to put half a sachet out for the 3 of them. So, like, half a sachet, put the rest in the fridge, and then half a sachet later on, so they eat less, because Merlin needs to lose some weight, which will do his hips better, and Caspi definitely needs to lose some weight. It's just not on what he's looking like now. I mean, I do like a bigger cat, but it's not healthy for him, so I'm going to have to do it tomorrow. Just give him half a sachet rather than a whole sachet. They end up throwing most of it away, well, a lot of it away, not most, because overnight the food's gone when I wake up in the morning, so that does go. But in the morning I normally throw 1 out of 3 bowls away, equivalent. I've got Tabs coming round here as well. Come, Tabs. I don't think YouTube have actually seen Tabs yet. This is Tabs. He's the youngest, we think. He's also the most loving, the most gentle cat you will come across. And he likes sitting on my lap. Yeah, sit up here. Let me just finish off this with YouTube. Good boy. He's a good lad. His little face, he's thinking about everything. He's just walking onto the window now. When I move, they're going to miss that window, because that's one of the things that drew me to this flat. It's got a little window, cat-sized window. But I suppose if you get a normal window, then they can see out of it anyway. As long as they've got a window sill, they can see out of it, so it doesn't really make any difference. Anyway, I think I'll end it there, because, well, I've got my coffee going cold. Oh, I need to go have my iron tablet. That has been working, the iron tablet, so I'm taking it methodically now. At least I'm trying to eat with meals. It's not always working, but it's working most of the time. I'll have mine now, and then I'll have my normal tablets as well. Something occurred to me today. I know my consultant thinks it wouldn't be a good idea, but when Lita was with me for 10 days, that would have been an ideal time to try and cut my meds down. Because she would be here, and all she would have to do is dial 999 if there was a problem. So I'll have to see. Next time will be over Christmas, maybe, when her boss goes away. But I don't really want to do it over Christmas. The NHS are stretched as it is. So I'll have to work out when she's going to be here for a long time. I think the worst bit will be within 4 or 5 days. So if I can go 4 or 5 days without any major effects, then I should be able to come off them totally. Just do a cold turkey. Even though the consultant says that's not what she wants. And I totally agree. I should be, I should get a pill cutter and things like that and cut it down and do it half and quarters and all that. because the shock of not having the drugs in my system could be worse than not having the drugs to control what might have been the epilepsy. So I might leave it until next year. In fact, I will leave it. I won't be able to do it now. Not unless we have another lockdown and we both have to self-isolate again. And if it's bad when we self-isolate, then that wouldn't be a good time to do it either. So yeah, maybe self-isolation time wasn't a good time to do it anyway. But I do need someone with me to do it for at least a fortnight, just to be sure that there's no symptoms. I mean, Caspi means well, but he can't dial 999 yet. I've tried teaching him, but if I'm on the floor having a fit, he's got no paw to unlock the phone with, no finger. Anyway, hello again, viewer. I seem to have one concurrent viewer, so whoever you are, thank you for watching. Say so. Oh. Thank you, Maria. That's nice. I've not heard from Maria for a while. It's nice seeing her on the messages. I think it's time to go to bed. I've had a chat with Sasha from Sasha's Narrowboat Life. She's going through hell and high water lately. It's not easy when you don't have a fixed address to get any sort of help. GP services, well, what can you do? You go from place to place, you can't have a GP. You have to take emergency services from your nearest GP. I think that's how it goes. So you're treated like a gypsy or a traveller. Even though you're living in a houseboat, you're living in a boat basically. This place isn't geared up to provide services for people that move. They do have a fixed abode, it's just the abode moves. So they don't have a fixed location, but they do have a fixed abode. So it's not fair treating them like a traveller. I mean, it's not fair treating travellers like travellers, really. There's got to be something that can be done for people like that. There are thousands of people like that. They're disenfranchised because they don't have a set place that they can have a vote. They have no easy access to medical services. They've got no easy access to mental health services. And trust me, if you're living on a houseboat or a narrowboat or a caravan or any sort of mobile home, you're going to need mental health services at one point or another, because if you're on your own, it will drive you up the wall. It will get to you eventually. And yet this country isn't geared up for it. Although if you pay through the nose, pay privately, you can do whatever you want. But when you're paying out your taxes and your general contributions, you can't get any of those services at all. You have to keep explaining at every stop to every GP, oh, I live on a narrowboat, or I live in a caravan, or I live in a mobile home. And it's like, oh, well, you'll have to fill this out, you'll have to fill that out, bring your passport in, bring your driving licence. Nonsense. You should be able to register once with the NHS and get an NHS card. So at least they can scan your card and get your records transferred. You don't have to fill the form. This is where the identity card thing would have come in. But the Conservatives and half the Labour Party blocked it. And I think an identity card would be an absolute perfect thing. You need an identity card that you can scan for use in hospitals and doctors' surgeries and other stuff that you've paid for. So if you are moving around, you just, well, normally going to your local surgery. But even if you phone up your nearest surgery, all you've got to do is give them your card number over the phone, and they can pull your card details up, verify that you've been, cleared by one GP on the list somewhere, transfer your records over and make an appointment. Wouldn't that be simple? And the same goes for the mental health support. Once you've been assessed, you shouldn't have to keep reassessing because you're going in and out of people's regions. It should be a national thing. So if you're stuck in one area, you get one area. If you're moving around, then you either get the same consultant and you do a Zoom or Skype or Teams or some sort of video conference with your consultant, or you get access to a consultant in that region without being reassessed. I have been trying to look into this, and it is too fragmented, the NHS. It's what I think is divide and conquer. They're trying to fragment all the main systems. Instead of having a national health system, they've got a national regional health system. Once you move out the region you're in, and in some areas the regions are only a few miles, we're talking like CCG areas, and it shouldn't be like that. If you are mobile and you're moving from place to place, I mean, it even affects people that travel for a living. You might have a fixed address and a permanent GP, but if that's in London and you're on the road like 6 or 7 days a week or even more, then you should be able to access the NHS anywhere. Not just, oh, you have to book for your own GP, because it could be the other end of the country when you get ill. So it all needs a shake up. It needs sorting out. And once I'm in a calmer mood, I will try and have a look and see if there's anyone that can help shake it up a bit. Because it is unfair on, anyone that moves around. Not just travellers and gypsies and narrowboat people and people living in mobile homes. Anyone that moves around for a living. I mean, freelance journalists, they could move all over the place constantly. I can think of quite a few people that, travel around the whole country for their work. Sounds people with specialist skills, all that sort of stuff. If you're an IT contractor and you've got, certain skills that are needed all over the globe, you could move literally anywhere on the planet. And yet when you're in your own country, you still have to go back home to get a GP's appointment. And that home might be 700 miles away. Needs sorting out, boys and girls. Even the fact that you've got GPs, I mean, someone did try sorting it out a few years ago, and you had, when I was working with BT rolling out N3, they started creating rings of GPs, so communities of GPs that would collaborate to ease the load in the area. And it needs that sort of thing, but on a national basis. So instead of having, hundreds of rings throughout the country, you just have the NHS. And okay, you might register at a GP, but you can access the services of any GP. So if you're in Edinburgh, you can go to a local Edinburgh GP. And that's how it should be. Because then you wouldn't get GPs overloaded with early morning calls, because people might be able to get appointments at 11 or 12 o'clock in the morning near where they work. And then those records would be electronically sent to their own GP. If they've prescribed something, they could send it over to their own GP, and it could even be verified and electronically done by the GP in your own surgery. But there's no need for it in most places. With most illnesses, there's no need for your own GP, because we don't have family GPs anyway now, not like we used to have in the 70s. GPs don't really know your family as well as they used to, because they see so many patients now. I mean, mine won't even send a district nurse round to me to do bloods, even though my consultant at Queen's Hospital said get someone round to him to get his bloods checked. And I spoke to my GP on Thursday and he didn't say he's going to do that, even though I told him I'm housebound and all this. Oh, I don't know. I'm fed up of explaining my story, boys and girls. I was talking to Leah a couple of days ago. I came up with a good idea for a YouTube channel. Sorry, I've still got the little bit of cough that I had a few weeks ago. I think the back of my throat is a bit sensitive, and if I drink something, it goes into spasm more than a cough. It's not a chesty cough, it's a back of the throat sort of reflex thing. And I was thinking, I watch a lot of YouTube narrowboat videos. I've even added another couple. So I could do a narrowboat review channel, just of the channels that I'm currently subscribed to. I might even set up a narrowboat channel for me to add all the channels into, just because there's so many of them there. I can just flick into the narrowboat account and see only the narrowboat stuff. It's very hard to do on YouTube to maintain that sort of restriction, because YouTube does like adding things in that they think you might like. You have to be careful not to watch these things, because if you watch more than a few seconds, then YouTube will go, we know you like this one, and they'll start flooding you with it. I have got a karaoke channel which I use just for karaoke, and even that has got music bits in and news bits and all sorts of things in the main account, in the home thing. So you have to be careful what you click on, otherwise it encourages YouTube, and you don't want to encourage YouTube, not too much. Anyway, that has been 38 minutes. Sorry, boys and girls. And there's another, I've got another viewer. Bye, viewer. I'm going to bed now. Thank you for watching, and I shall try and speak to you again tomorrow, if there's anything exciting to tell you about, like getting Merlin's drugs and seeing if he's walking on that. I think it's exciting. I hope you do too. Anyway, thank you for watching. Now let's roll tenny cinny, as Kenny Everett used to say. Now, where are we? Credits. That's what I want. Cut the microphone, cue the credits.